Good morning from Yosemite. We have left the coast and headed inland in California. We're spending 2 days here in Yosemite National Park.
Yep.
I think we counted this is our 6th national park since we've been home in the States.
Yeah.
We are currently on the Mist Fall Trail and I'm already hot, sweaty, and sniffly from allergies, but it should be a nice hike.
Y'all, this trail, so Mist Trail connects to John Muir Trail, which goes all the way up to Half Dome, where you can climb and summit the cables on the top of Half Dome. We're not doing that, but we are hiking to the top of Vernal Falls and Nevada Fall here. It should take us, I think, 3 hours round trip, and it's a steady incline.
It's an intense hike.
Like you're on your tippy toes climbing up.
Jordan bamboozled me, and I'm struggling, but it's beautiful. It is.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna struggle my butt all the way to the top.
Let's go. Also, I forgot to mention this, we did stop first at the Tunnel View Overlook, which is probably one of the most famous views of Yosemite Valley. It's where you can see El Capitan on the left, you can see Bridal Falls, and you can see Half Dome out in the distance. I don't recommend really going and seeing that around 7:30 or 8 a.m. because the sun faces where you're looking out towards the east, so it's just this harsh light coming in at you. I imagine at midday when the sun's over top, you can get a much better view because of the lighting of the valley. But it is one of the most popular spots for sunset, which we plan to check out probably tomorrow night. Tonight, I think we're gonna go to Glacier Point for the sunset.
It's lovely. It really is. The breeze off of this water feels so good. It's not like a hot morning, but once you get going, woof. You get sweaty in a hurry, so this feels great. I'm thrilled.
We are about a quarter mile away from the top of the first waterfall. We're gonna stop there in just a second, have a snack. Both of our breakfasts wore off, so we're gonna hang out there for a little bit, gain some more energy, and then keep going. We read at the trailhead that there's over 700 steps to get to the top of both of these waterfalls. So we're in for a bit of a hike here in just a second, y'all.
Feels great. It's like a natural misting system. The wind is cool. It's beautiful. I'm a little concerned about the camera, but hopefully it's fine. We're gonna find out. I was just telling Jordan that this right here is like my cup of tea. Like he gets really excited about the beautiful views and like the hike. And I just want to like get somewhere awesome and eat. Like I just want to sit and look at it, think about it, and eat a snack.
This, y'all, is the perfect spot. If you bring a picnic, something to eat. There's this flat rock here, and like literally we're just looking up at the waterfall, the mist coming down. It is beautiful, the sunlight coming in, like. And all the people are back down the trail, and so we're just gonna have this little piece to ourselves, and it's just so enjoyable. Oh my God, y'all. We just saw a bear. There's a bear on the other side. I'm gonna get to zoom and show y'all. Oh my gosh, hold on. Y'all, I cannot believe we're sitting here watching this bear. It is incredible.
It's so fuzzy and it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Like at first I was looking for mom because I'm like, it's so small, surely that's a baby. And this is like my ideal bear sighting. It's across from water. I can easily get away. They're safe, I'm safe, and they're so freaking cute. I can't believe we're just sitting here having a picnic and got to see one.
This is our first time seeing a bear in the wild. We couldn't pick a better place for this. The waterfall, the sunlight's hitting the bear perfectly. We're safe.
Just hanging out, just like chomping on the grass. I love it. I'm so excited.
No guarantees if you come here that you will see a bear, but when you do, oh my gosh.
So fun.
Guys, we really don't want to leave. There's a rainbow in front of the waterfall now and the bear, but we haven't even got to the top of Vernal Falls yet, so we got to keep trekking along. These steps here, no joke. a little bit of a bottleneck because a lot of people have to stop on the way up the stairs. It's very, very strenuous. I'm not sure we're gonna go to the top of the second waterfall. We killed a lot of time down there looking at the bear, which was totally worth it. We're gonna go to the top of Vernal Falls at least, and then we'll likely head back and take in some of the other views and the sights here in the Yosemite Valley.
They just get real steep up here. That's what's kicking my butt. Beautiful though, it is. Sun is out. We did it up the stairs. We are at the top of Vernal Fall. We made it. Woo! I'm gonna go see if I can still see my bear friend and watch all the water rushing down and just pat myself on the back. Did it.
Nice little spot you got there.
It's the perfect spot. Okay, so we made it up to Emerald Pool, and I went and stuck my feet in the water for a while and was like so enjoying watching everybody swim. It was like the most beautiful summer scene. And then we got out and we walked a little further and we're seeing no swimming, no swimming, and then we see this, no swimming, no waiting, and I'm like, ooh. Hopefully nobody's upset. I stuck my feet in the water. Anyway, we're gonna head our way back down. I think we're gonna take the John Muir Trail down instead of like doubling back. So we'll meet you down in the valley.
Whew. You guys, we made it back here to the car. Where did we park? Curry Village?
Yeah, the campsite.
Yeah, the campsite. Y'all, it is hot out right now. I mean, the Pacific Northwest is getting a lot of
a heat wave, like a massive heat wave. We are so sorry for people in Portland, Seattle, those kind of places. You know, we're from Dallas, like we get hot, we do, but everywhere you go is so air conditioned that you're cold. And you don't hang out outside because you know better.
Well, we're out there hiking too.
Yeah.
We started at 8:20 this morning. We just got back at 2 p.m. I will say that we had a long lunch. We were watching the bear. We stopped and rested.
a lot.
We had a picnic. Yeah. And we were filming too, right? So I think you can do that round trip in probably 3.5 hours.
For sure.
It took us roughly 5.5 hours total.
Yeah. I would say start at 7 and do it for 3 hours. Yeah. That would be really pleasant.
Yeah, for sure. I highly recommend it though. The hike was awesome. The trail was awesome. The waterfalls, the bear.
I'm just gonna keep thinking bear thoughts because the hike back, y'all, we decided to go up to Clark Point and back down. From the waterfall up to Clark Point, before we started descending, was straight in the sun. And I just was not prepared for that because we had been quite shaded up until that point. And it was straight uphill. It was rough.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have your water.
So bring your water, bring your food and snacks, and stay shaded, y'all. The sun is pretty brutal, so wear your long sleeves and stuff if you have it.
All right, well, we're going to go into town, bring the body temp down, bring the heart rate down.
We are going to go this evening. We're going to go watch the sunset. We're going to stop by Tunnel View, and then we're going to go to Glacier Point. We'll see y'all there.
All right. Good evening. We popped back into town, into the hotel to take a beat, change our clothes, rest. We grabbed a very late lunch, very early dinner at Around the Horn Brewery, which is just outside of Groveland, and we totally recommend the beer.
So good.
Yeah, the beer that I had was great. And the vegetarian options were surprisingly good for a brewery. They really were. And we enjoyed a couple of rounds of cornhole. We tied, and then Jordan kicked my butt. And then I tied with a little girl. You know, it's okay. Win some, you lose some.
Everyone kind of won.
Yeah. It was super fun. We really recommend chilling out there. But anyway, what are we up to now?
Yeah, so we just stopped here at Tunnel View Overlook. We're back in Yosemite National Park. The views are so much better in the evening with the sunsetting light. It is perfect. We saw El Capitan up on the left. We saw Half Dome out in the center. And then you see Bridal Falls just falling down the cliffside on the right side. It's beautiful. But now we're heading over to Glacier Point. That's where we're going to actually watch the sunset. It's supposed to be beautiful over there to see Half Dome and the tops of all the different cliffs and mountains. So let's get going. You guys, we just got here to Glacier Point, and right before we pulled in to the parking lot, there's this hairpin turn, and you end up facing Half Dome. face to face. It's incredible and it's somewhat intimidating looking, so I'm super excited to go check it out.
I had to remind him to please keep his eyes on the road. I didn't want to die looking at Half Dome, but it was very impressive. So I think it's a short little walk hike over to Glacier Point, and we're going to see what it's got for us. Right, I was right. It was a very quick walk, mostly paved. They even have a ramp available for those in a wheelchair or who need it. And look at that view of Half Dome. There's quite a good crowd gathered. People even have like their chairs and stuff. They are ready for the sunset.
The view up here is incredible. Like you feel like you're floating on top of the clouds up here at the top of Half Dome. You can see the waterfalls coming down. It's really cool.
How about that sunset, y'all?
Incredible.
Can you even? Oh, what a beautiful way to round out our first day here in Yosemite.
We've seen a lot of sunsets in different places, and I have to tell you, that was my favorite sunset that I have personally ever seen in my life. Like, it was incredible. Seeing the lights hit Half Dome and the colors change of the cloud, beautiful.
And you kind of watch the pink just go up, up, up till it's gone. But afterwards on our drive home, the sky turned the most vibrant red-orange just at the bottom, and then the gradient faded to bright blue as it was like finishing. Ooh, that impressed me. That impressed me. Anyway, it's a new day. It's a new morning. We are here at this place called Mountain Sage, which I want to call a coffee shop, but that's not
It's a little bit
accurate.
of everything.
It's a little bit of everything. It is this house. It's a house with a coffee shop and an art gallery and a garden center in the back and like the most gorgeous picnic table area. We got some coffee. It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah.
Sitting in the shade is very doable, but it's hot already.
It's 90 degrees and sunny already. Today we're gonna head back into Yosemite. We're gonna go swimming in Yosemite today, which is basically our only activity. We're gonna take it a little more easy. After this though, we're gonna show y'all a little bit of, I guess, downtown Groveland. Super small little town.
In all of 5 minutes.
Yeah, just show you what it's like if you want to stay here and drive into Yosemite on your visit.
Okay, we'll finish our coffee and then we'll go for a walk, yeah?
Let's do it.
Walking away from Mountain Sage and towards downtown Groveland, which is really just one city block. Our first stop is the Groveland Community Center, which first Thursday of every month they have bingo. If we continue, we pass by Breezeway Gifts before we stop by the real estate office, the salon and spa, and the thrift store across the street.
And to my right is Cocina Michoacana. It's the only Mexican restaurant in town. We're gonna try to go there for dinner tonight. We tried to go last night, but it was closed. A lot of things here are not open Monday through Wednesday, so check out the hours when you come here to make sure it's open before you go there.
Okay, if you can't get a room at the Groveland Hotel, which is where we're staying, and we do recommend, we also have the Charlotte Hotel that I'm walking by. There is the Groveland Motel, and I believe there's also a hostel if you're really working with a budget. So, lots of options in a very small place. Let's keep walking. Last couple of stops before we make it back to the hotel is the Iron Door General Store just in front of me, and the Iron Door Saloon, which I'm sitting in front of. California's oldest saloon. It is over 150 years old. We stopped in our first night here in Groveland, and the bar is like this beautiful carved wood. Everything is really well worn. There's a jukebox, there's people, there's ambiance. We highly recommend. It's an absolute must visit if you're in Groveland. Let's go see the hotel. We've loved our stay at the Groveland Hotel. It is actually a couple of years older than the Iron Door. I believe the Groveland was built in 1849. It's two buildings, the original building, which is like where the lobby and registration is, and then the addition, which is where our room is, number 8. But it's beautiful. The property is lush and green and cozy. They do events here. They have live music several nights a week, which we've really enjoyed. But anyway, that kind of rounds out our tour of Groveland. We're gonna go get switched into our swimmies and head back into the park for some swim time. Just like old times, we are vlogging on a GoPro right now, but this is our brand new GoPro.
We haven't done this in so long.
It's very exciting. It even has a fancy new like microphone situation, so hopefully y'all can hear us okay. We are back inside the park. It is gray. Parked over here by the Merced River, which is very near the trailhead to where we hiked yesterday, and we felt a raindrop on our head, but we're just gonna go walk over that way anyway and try.
I'm still getting in the water. I don't care how cold it is. I'm gonna get in.
Let's go find out.
Oh. All right, I'm feeling more and more sprinkles on my head here. I probably got about 10 drops in the last 30 seconds. So hopefully it clears up a little bit. Like it's open on that side. It's just a kind of a big menacing cloud above us. That's so cool. God.
I guess it's just very, very different when you haven't hiked in the noon sun for several hours.
After the hike yesterday, there were a ton of people swimming here, and we were hot and dry. And I mean, this is the perfect pool here to go swimming in, y'all. Like, highly recommend it. Going back in. I just have to. Like, we were on the PCH road, and now we're here, and I haven't swam. I'm going on a swim, and I'm taking y'all with me. Oh, here, take that out behind it. This is the river from the waterfall that we hiked yesterday. So all that back there is coming from the top of the cliff in the mountain. This is so cool. Ooh, you feel that wind? Okay, that wind is making it a little chilly. I'm getting out. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. I definitely did. So much fun. This is awesome.
Yeah. It's beautiful just to sit and watch. I wish it could have been warm and we could have really gone swimming, but you know, you take what you get out in nature in the wild. But that'll be a wrap on Yosemite. We will see you guys in the next one.
There is a brown bear like 30 feet away from us. We are on the trail. Oh my gosh.
Should we?
Here, let me see. Oh my gosh, you guys. We just left the swimming hole back on the trail, and there is a brown bear right here by the boardwalk in front of us. We're about to turn around and go a different way because we don't want to get too close and we don't want to spook the bear either. This is insane. Yeah, that one's pretty big. Yeah, I'm gonna walk backwards.
Okay.
Because it could have gone off to the side. You guys, I cannot believe that. Right after we left the swimming hole, we were walking through that same trail back to the parking lot, and we were like 25, 30 feet away from a huge brown bear. It was just sitting there minding its own next to that little boardwalk, just eating. And then it looked up right as I saw it and kind of like stared me in the face. I was like, Ashley, there's a bear. And we watched it for a while, and it just kept eating. And like, I cannot believe it. Those bears are beautiful. Much bigger when you're closer to them than when you're further away. But like, how cool was that? We saw two bears back-to-back days here in such a short amount of time. Like, incredible
It was, and that's really neat that we saw one each day. But I was like immediately drawn to like bear, and I stopped and I looked and I saw it, and I'm like, okay, cool, I know the protocol. Like, so I started doing all those things, and he's just standing there like, I need to film it. And I'm like, you need to back away slowly. I mean, it wasn't like just, you know, we were obviously not in danger. It was not bothered by us at all. But I'm like, okay, there's a way you're supposed to behave when you see a bear. Let's do it. And he wasn't in a hurry. And then as we're walking away, I'm like adrenaline, like, oh my gosh, we saw a bear. That's crazy. And he's just like, that was amazing. He was so thrilled. so tickled with himself. And it's exciting. And now that the bear is far away, it's all good. And then we looked around for a ranger to tell, and eventually one drove by and we flagged him and like, hey, there's a bear in there. And they were just like, was it aggressive? And I said, no, not at all. Where was it? It was in the fen. Okay, thanks. And that was it. You know.
I'm a little sad we don't have our good camera. We're filming
Yeah,
on the phone.
both of us are sad that we don't have our good camera, but that's why you should always bring it with you. I guess that's a lesson to us. Anyway, the end. Yosemite. Be bear safe.